Hey, what's up guys? This is your boy Prince of Egypt, and in today's video, I will show you the team that I have been using yesterday to clear the Necropolis B12 in the Kairos dungeon. And amongst all the team that I have been using to clear the 12th floor of Giants, Dragon, and the Necropolis B12 has the much faster clear time I have experienced. So I recommend this team. Although this team is not 100% safe, it has fails. I think from the 30 runs that I made, somewhat around 4th run of the 10 time repeat battle, it fails. But the clear time is around, the best time is 1 minute 23, as you can see on the screen. And I think the longest time will reach you around 2 minutes and 10 seconds. So if you like a risky but more fast clear, then you should try to build this. So without further ado, guys, let's get into the video. So before we go on the video, I would like to greet all the newly subscribed member in the channel. I did meet them on the chat in the stream. I think last week or last 2 weeks. I don't really remember, but I did chat them and they are good people, guys. Did newly subscribed members are Efrain M, Yamato, Kwaime Banks, and Kuku. Thank you very much, guys, for subscribing and watching my videos. And for all who subscribe, I really appreciate that, guys. So please support my channel. And for those who are not yet subscribed, but watching my videos, please do help my channel grow and subscribe. If you want to create a team to clear the Necropolis B12 dungeon, there is one strategy that proves it right. And that strategy is to have monsters with skills that uses multiple attacks. Having monsters with skills that uses multiple attacks, they can now break the barrier of the boss because the boss has immunity and you can debuff the boss and you cannot damage him when he has a shield or barrier. So having multiple attacks will break that, and the boss is squishy with defense break, so you can easily defeat that one. Let's now go on the monsters that I've used in clearing the Necropolis B12. So first, the leader of the team is the Fire Panda Xiongfei. Xiongfei is a free-to-play monster. You can fuse team in the fusion hedge. Yeah, I think that's what they call it. He is very good, guys, as a leader because of the 33% defense leader skill, and also his skill has defense break. I will show you his skill so that we have a reference of what he is doing in the dungeon. His first skill, sequential attack, attacks the enemy 3 times with each strike, having a 30% chance to decrease the target's defense for 2 turns. So his first skill is a defense break. The second skill, Calm Mind, removes the harmful effects granted on all allies and recovers their HP by 15% each turn for 2 turns. In addition, you will counter-attack whenever you're attacked for 2 turns. So, Xiongfei has a built-in revenge rune, guys, if he uses his second skill, and also has a heal for the team. His third skill, Panda Supremacy, attacks the enemy 4 times. Each attack will grant HP recovery disturb, glancing hit rate increase, attack power decrease, and attack speed decrease for 2 turns with a 70% chance respectively. The inflicted damage is proportionate to your defense and the max HP of the target. So the target has a lot of HP. So his third skill relies on his defense. So you must build Xiongfei with runes slot 4 and 6 defense and speed on his second slot. So this is the stats of Xiongfei, the Fire Panda. I have him plus 7,000 HP plus 340 attack and a defense of plus 1,800 because his damage is according to his def and speed of plus 93. And his skills are not maxed. His runes are guard rune for additional defense and violent rune for additional attack. So on slot 2, I put speed. On slot 4, I did put defense. And on slot 6, I did use also defense. And the 1, 3, and 5 slot are the same. They are flat stats. And I also did put an artifact on him. But the important substat here is the damage dealt by attacking together. I will explain that on the Boomerang Warrior. The second master that we will be using in order to clear the Necropolis B12 is Raoq. Raoq falls under the multiple attacks category and also he has a defense break in his first skill. So let's now go on his skills and let's see what he is capable of. His first skill is Scratch. Attacks with Giant Claws to weaken the enemy's defense for 2 turns with a 70% chance and attacks consecutively with a 30% chance. So this is a defense break on the boss. And his second skill, teams up with 2 other allies to attack an enemy. So this is very good with the twins because we are using twins and twins also have a defense break. That's why we are abusing this skill. His passive Annihilate. If you kill the enemy, you will get an extra turn instantly and your skill cooldown time will decrease by 1. This is great with the mobs on the first and second and the third wave. Raoq can kill multiple mobs if he attacks multiple times. So this is Raoq's stats. The Fire Inugami, additional HP of 4,000, attack of 748, defense of plus 339, and a speed of 112. His skills are not max. His runes are violent for additional attack and focus rune for additional accuracy 20%. I put focus rune so that he can land his defense break on the enemy. That's how good is the focus rune. And on slot 2, I put speed. Slot 4, I did put crit damage. And on the slot 6, I put attack percentage. And also, uh, damage dealt by attacking together is very important on the artifacts. So the third monster that we are using is the Water Boomerang Warrior Sabrina. Sabrina's first skill, Returning Boomerang, attacks the enemy to decrease the defense for 1 turn with a 50% chance. Additionally, if there's a Chakram Dancer included in the allied team, 1 Boomerang Warriors will attack together with Chakram Dancer during the Chakram Dancer's turn. So that is why we are calling it twins because they attack together. And her second skill, Triple Strike, attacks the enemy 3 times to decrease the defense and attack power for 1 turn with a 50% chance each and disturbs the HP recovery. So this is really good in the Necropolis boss because the Necropolis boss recovers HP. And Sabrina's passive skill, a female warrior, receives 20% less damage from enemies granted with beneficial effects and inflicts 20% more damage on enemies with no beneficial effects. Chakram dancers will be granted with the same effect if she's included in the ally team automatic effect. So the Sabrina and also the fire Chakram dancer will have a huge amount of attack power. Because when the barrier is removed from the boss, he has no beneficial effects on him, and that's why the twins are hitting hard with plus 20% damage on him. This is the stats that I used on my Sabrina. She has plus 8,527 HP, around 1,000 additional attack, defense of plus 248, and speed of 101 with crit damage around 152%. And I didn't max her skill. The runes I used are violent and uh, blade runes. Blade for the critical rate and violent for additional turns. So on slot 2 I use speed. On slot 4, I use crit damage, and on the sixth slot, I use attack percentage. With speed substats and crit rate substats also, and accuracy. So these are the artifacts that I used for Sabrina. I didn't really count either the main stat is on attack, defense, or HP. I did focus on getting the substat that has damage dealt by attacking together. This is the very important reason why you should pick artifacts with this kind of substat when you are using twins and also inugamis. I think the Trikaru team also need to use these artifacts. This is the inclusion in the update a year ago, so you need to abuse this one. This has a lot of power. 5% is really a good stat for attacking together, guys. This is I recommend this build. This will clear you most of the dungeons, so better abuse this one. I did put this kind of artifact in all the monsters that I used in the Necropolis B12, so remember that one. And the fourth monster that we will be using is Shaina, the Fire Chakram Dancer. Her skills, the first skill she has is Crescent Moon Slash. Attacks the enemy two times to inflict damage that increases as the enemy's HP decreases. So she is really good, guys, with the combination of the Water Boomerang Warrior. Additionally, if there's a Boomerang Warrior included in the ally team, one of the Chakram Dancers will attack together with the Boomerang Warrior during the Boomerang Warrior's turn. So, if you have the twins, you will have two attacks because they are twins. They need each other, guys. They attack as one. So, her second skill, Chakram Crush, attacks all enemies with chakrams two times and stuns them for one turn with a 30% chance. So, she has also a stun, and her passive precision, the accuracy will be increased by 25%, weakens the enemy's defense for one turn with every attack. If there's a Boomerang Warrior included the ally team, the Boomerang Warrior's accuracy will also be increased by the 25%. So you can see whenever they attack together, you will always see the defense break on the monsters because of their accuracy with their skills. So her leader skill, it doesn't matter. We are using the leader skill of the Fire Panda. And this is her stats plus 6,417 HP plus 910 attack power. I didn't hit 1k, but it's okay. I did clear the dungeon, defense of plus 501, and speed of 120 with crit damage 147%. The runes that I use are blade runes for crit trait and violent runes for additional attack turn. So on slot 2 speed, slot 4 crit damage, and slot 6 attack percentage with the HP artifact and attack power. So that's it. So as I did discuss, damage dealt by attacking together must be on their artifacts. That is very important to increase your damage on the boss. And the last but not the least, the very most important part of the team, the second awakened of the Light Griffon. His name is Shaman. So Shaman's skills, his first skill, Snatch, attacks the enemy with razor sharp claws and recovers the HP of all allies by 30% of the inflicted damage. Damage increases according to your attack speed. So his second skill, Special Assault, inflicts damage proportional to the enemy's max HP, consumes 10% of your HP. So this is quite a double-edged sword. When he hits a uh, monster or enemy, then he consumes 10% of his HP. And his passive is the very important skill for him. Guardian Angel increases the resistance by 20%, decreases the incoming damage from dark attribute by 50%, and increases the damage you inflict on the dark attribute by 100%. So if you have, I think, attack 1000, then your damage would be additional 100% if the enemy is a dark attribute. That is why Shaman is like Crow, but on the light side. The white Crow, guys. He hits like a truck when defense break is on the enemy. He almost deals 3/4 damage on the boss when there is defense break. That's how good Shaman is on the team. And his stats are plus 9,000 HP, attack of 637, defense of 326, and a speed of plus 82 with a critical damage of plus 194%. You need to build on crit damage, guys, because Shaman is your killer. She will kill the boss with the defense break, and his skills are not max. The runes that I used for Shaman is Rage and Blade Rune. Rage for the crit damage and Blade Rune for the critical rate. On the second slot, I use speed. On the fourth slot, I use crit damage. And on the sixth slot, I use attack percentage. You will see how good Shaman is when we go on the battle itself. And the artifact that I use, that must have a damage dealt by attacking together. This is very important, and also the damage dealt on dark plus 17%. This is really good, guys. Shaman will hit the boss real hard. So let's now go on the battle. I did pre-recorded it. I will discuss it during the run. So you will know what is happening, guys. So this is the last two runs of my 10 repeat battle in the Necropolis B12, and I will show you how does the team is doing in this dungeon. So the twins are really good here with the defense break and the multiple attacks. So we are on the boss now, and as you can see, he has a barrier at the very first, and the twins will put defense break and attack multiple times here so that the barrier will be removed, and also put a defense break And in the Necropolis dungeon, there is a skill for the boss to steal one of your opponent and work beside him, but you need to interact with that one. You need to kill first your uh the ally that were stolen so that you will get him. And now the boss has resurrected, and yeah, the twins are really hitting the boss really hard. And I think this boss will die with this turn because he will not uh, survive the attack. And yes, we did finish the uh, dungeon around 2 minute 25. That is a little bit longer than what we have estimated, but this is the last run. Maybe this is a good run. It depends really on how Shaman will kill the boss immediately, because Shaman with a defense break on the boss hits like a truck because he is built on attack percentage and crit damage on his fourth slot. So we need to put defense break on the boss at the very first instance, and Shaman will hit his skill on the boss. Yeah, because Shaman is a light monster, so he will hit harder on the boss because he is a dark monster. We need to put a defense break, and that's it. Shaman did hit like a truck, guys. He hit the boss after the defense break has been put on him, and I think this is a faster clear than expected with the multiple attacks. Oh, the boss did survive, and got Shaman has been stolen, and it does really matters. And that's it. This is the second life of this boss. Maybe if we have multiple attacks more and violent procs, then he will hit that one. So that's it. Let's see how average. Oh, it's around 2 minutes 2 seconds. So that's it. So that's it, guys. I think there are improvements in this team. You need to have good violent runes and also some grindstones for your runes to have more attack power. I think the boomerang warriors needs a little bit power, attack power on their runes, and some missing artifacts on my monsters. I think this is the best possible team without the Tricoro team. So, guys, if you watch until this very end of the video, if you like this video, please do like, share, and subscribe to my channel. It would really help the channel grow. And if you want to see more content, please subscribe. That's it, guys. See you in the next video. Peace.